All right. I okay. I think we're live. Most of me is pretty sure we're live. So, welcome back or welcome to uh me playing Strange Antiquities, day 2. Not actually day 2 because there is days in this game. But I think we're just gonna jump into it. I'm gonna try and be more descriptive this time, and I know mega fans will be shocked to hear this, but he told me I was allowed and encouraged to go in as many tangents as possible. So even though there may not be no chat, I will probably do that. And it's a fun exercise in being okay with talking to myself. So we're gonna do that today. Got my ghost earrings. I got my apple cider. So we are ready to go. I'm gonna double check that I'm live, because that'd be embarrassing. But I'm pretty sure I am. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Let's get into it. We got one game to resume. Let's continue on helping the people of Undermere. And I guess we ended at the end of a day. So we will end the day, previous day. Alright, end of day. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rock falls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it, they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. That must be a really small tomb. Really small. Alright, and we do the Tracy thing. That's a state. What state is that? I don't remember. New Mexico? Does New Mexico? Utah? Maybe? What kind of like that? Could just be me. I don't know. I'm realizing that my chat and where I can see it is a little skewed, but it's alright. Alright. So we've got this, and it looks like a little cutout of the possibly Utah, whatever that state is. Shout it out if you know it. Also, that's a little thing we can click, but it does nothing. Okay. So let's go to our map and see if this means anything. This shape is quite vague to me to feel like I'm just gonna look at something and be like, that's it. But maybe we will. Maybe there's something that this dragging this shape around the map will reveal. Would it like cut off words potentially? Like there's a lake Undermere. Be like Lake Derm. I don't think that's it. But there's something. I mean, that fits very nicely in there. I don't think that's it though. We might come back to that. We've got other stuff to worry about today. Like petting our cat. That's what we really need to be worried about today. And it purrs. I think Jupiter is the cat's name, I remember. Alright, let's help our first customer. Oh, and it's the mailman. David Schaefer. Eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. Okay, fair enough. But also, big black dogs is like, isn't that like the ultimate bad sign of like the grim? Like that's mentioned in Harry Potter, and I know that it's a thing outside of it, I'm pretty sure, of like the grim is a black dog. I don't know. So, you know, probably not better than ravens, but I don't know. See, the triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center, and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there is a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Thanks. Thomas. Oh, I said thanks. It's not thanks. It's Thomas Pope. And Hamish. Hamish. Alright. So, triangles intrigued me ever since I first heard about it. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Okay. So I feel like on the map, we're looking for a triangle of pine trees. Ah, right there. Oh, okay. So we clicked on the woods, Heathwood. Not sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangle, corpse at the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through. I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I'm struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants, arranged in a triangle shape. Okay. That's interesting. Does that do anything? I put all of these on the little scale thing. If I click the little button. Nothing happened. Okay. Well, that is what it is. Let's inspect these. Okay, so this one medallion made of bronze has all these fancy little symbols. Has a green gemstone. Sense of touch, the smooth gemstone, raised detailing. Nothing to remark on scent and sound. Inner perception, also nothing to remark. Okay. So we're just going to put that with our other medallions. Let's see about this one. It's a little shape of a hand. Turquoise gemstone, also made of bronze. Hard and cool, polished gemstone. Nothing to remark on scent and sound. Nothing to remark on inner perception. Okay, not giving me a whole lot to work with, but it's alright. I needed a fun stream today. How's it going? It's going good. I somehow feel more nervous than the first stream I did. I'm not sure why. I think because I feel like I'm supposed to be more experienced now, so I'm supposed to do better, and inevitably that makes me feel like I will do worse. But things are going good. Last time I had tea, this time I have apple cider, and that is my preferred fall drink, so I'm excited about that, and you can still see the wisps of heat coming off of it. it is still very warm. You care now, it's more real. That's true. Yeah, I'm starting to care more about it, and I generally want to be good at this, so, or entertaining at least. All right, this little, oh, the little hand waves, and I don't like that. This little, okay, it's made of tin. The others are made of bronze. Detailed. It's weathered, but only the hand seems to be weathered, so that's concerning. The scent and sound, nothing to remark. Also nothing to remark. Okay, so the tree or the place gave off an ominous feel, but none of them had anything like specific to remark on, so that's interesting. I'm really hoping that today we find this key and we can get into this locked cabinet. But we'll see if that happens. We still are looking for whatever goes in there. Let's revisit what we have in these little drawers. Reminder, I stored a couple items in the cell of the wine merchant next door. Right. So I wonder if on the map we could just go to the wine cellar next door. Let's see, where are we at? Strange Horticulture, Strange Antiquities is 29. So it says the wine cellar next door. Now, neither of these are named. And I don't really see a wine cellar, I don't think, on the map. Or like a place that sells wine. So I'm debating if I should just try one of the places next door. I'm gonna try this one. Oh! So yeah, the proprietor, Mrs. Kramer, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes. Well, take the lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me, but I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. Fair enough. All right, we got 3 more items. All right, we got a lot now, I feel like. One of which is just a bottle of something. Let's see, there's nothing of inner perception to remark on for this little moon statue. Nothing for scent and sound. Oh, it's warm. The moon part is warm, but then the statue part's hard and cool. Made of stone and gold. Okay. What about this little green bottle with the X, or the cross on it? Yellowed paper, green glass. Cool and smooth, papery, obviously. It has a strong odor when I shake it, it rattles. Okay, so there's something in it. Nothing to remark on inner perception. Let's see, this one is wood, bronze, dark green gemstone. Sense of touch, polish, smooth. Nothing to remark scent and sound, and nothing to remark on inner perception. Alright. Well, let's get to helping people. My passion. Alright, Gus Folly. It has been many years since I performed the rite of the red knives, but I can still remember every step. Sounds ominous. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford sprite. I tried that place in Arnside and they sent me here. Orford sprite. Okay, let's check our books. I don't even know if I have that. Oh, wait. Oh, I am putting a T in there, aren't I? It is Aspire. Classic. During the Rite of Red Knives, an Orford spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. And it looks like it may have horns on it. Okay, blood and vitality. Let's look at what those symbols look like in this little book. Blood, vitality. Blood and vitality. Again, we have urine. Was blood the one that I was saying, why don't we have this? It seems like it might have been. And I ask again. I mean, maybe blood is just forbidden. Like, if you've read Name of the Wind, there's literally a whole thing about how the symbols of blood and bone are not taught to... they're only taught to their senior artificers because they can do a lot of damage, which makes sense. Okay. Well, if that's the case... It also seems like there's not one for vitality, or I'm missing it. Yep. Well. So, all we really have to go on here is that this thing may or may not have horns. And it is submerged in blood, and it helps with vitality. That's not a lot, if we're being honest here. Oxford fire is fully immersed in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. I mean, there's the obvious choice of this thing that, like, definitely has blood on it, if I believe. If I remember correctly. It's not rust, but blood. Yep, classic. This... That has an energy about it. I'm gonna go with this. We're gonna see if this is it. And it is! Okay. So that was a little bit easier than I thought that would be, because that literally is covered in blood. So, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let's see, what did we get? Amphibian Talon. Oh, it went away. Well, I'm gonna go back and read it anyway. Amphibian Talon. The League of the Amphibian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. Okay. Okay. This is... So it's a talon. Didn't we had like a necklace that had a talon on it, but I think maybe that already got solved. Oh yeah, that's the hunter's boon. So I don't know if we have that one for sure, but alright, let's just go ahead and help the next customer. Eli White. Need to go away for a few days. Oh, this is my boss. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. Okay. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? I won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. Of course I would. I would love to hand you the Guise of Lillian. Because I know exactly what that is. Oh, wait, okay. This is one of those that I have marked as possible. Is that right? Look at past me, doing the work so that it's easier for future me. So I can show off to my boss. I feel like that was a test also, because he could have just gotten it. I didn't need to hand it to him. Tenebrand cloak. Upon activation of a Tenebrand cloak. Upon activation, a Tenebrand cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Okay. I have a lot of things that are a single stone set in bronze, I feel like, but alright, let's change Guise of Lillian. That one's correct, and we need to label this guy. Did I already forget what it's called? Yes. Something Spire. Orford Spire. Let's label it, so we know for next time. Orford Spire. Pointy death thing with blood on it. Who could forget? Not me. Okay. Next customer. Oh. A new person. And she's blind? Hello? Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's journey has always been joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Okay, they give us ideas of what that might be. Ares Remnant or Spirit Eye? Let's see. Ares Remnant. Oh, that's the thing we do have potentially. Yeah, we think that's the Ares Remnant, not confirmed. And then the Spirit Eye. Do we have a Spirit Eye? There are some who stay away from Spirit Eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, others who derive their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show, another layer beneath the visible world perhaps, a layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed on them. Okay, and then the Ares Remnant. These objects induce a form of synesthesia where colors and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They're sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions. We'll do the Ares Remnant. That seems a bit safer anyway. And we have that. Alright. Occult gambling. Possibly. If this goes as poorly as it did last time, that's how we made it through this game. So, we'll see. We'll see if that happens again. But we got a mark that we were right about the Ares Remnant. And that over there. Alright. Let's just keep helping people. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them at Calgraph and another fellow a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refused to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. Sunbond. Do we have a sunbond? What does a sunbond look like? It wouldn't be a mega and co-stream if I didn't have a work meeting during it. That's all right. I had a total of 6 meetings yesterday. And that is way more than I typically have. So I was happy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get all my work done early today so that I could stream you guys. But we will see you after your meeting. If you want to join us, I'm sure we will still be here. Alright. Back to the Sunbond. Sunbond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, and made of a non-precious metal of some kind. Housing a gemstone of light, they carry the warmth and light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Okay. Housing a gemstone of light. Now, I think my theory was this pendant. It has an orange gemstone. It's made of bronze. It feels a little warmer than I would expect. That is my best guess for if we have one. Let's see. Is this isn't warm or anything. This other one. Oh, sounds are muffled. No. Okay. So I think it's this, or we don't have it. Ah! It is that. Okay. Yay! Sunbond. Amber gemstone. Stone made of light. This bronze. A non-precious metal. Closer inspection reveals it is strangely warm. Serene ward, made from basilisk scales, a material known to endure intense heat. These unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk itself. Interesting. Something made of basilisk scales. I don't know that we have anything like that, because I don't see anything. Alright, we gotta mark this as the Sunbond. Go here. I'm gonna double check that name. Yes, it is the Sunbond. Okay. Alright, next customer. Audrey Bell. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgen grin in these coming days. Don't we all? Don't we all need Holgen grins? Whatever that is. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay, it kind of looks like this. I think this is probably it. Because it has the little horns. Yep, okay. There we go. This cute little mask. Now I want it for Halloween. The gemstone is Vivianite, a stone of death. Find a sketch of Holgar to whom the mask bears a striking resemblance. Lead heart. These depict the god You know, right after we finished playing this last time, I looked up how to pronounce this, and I've already forgotten. Cernunnos, in his non-human form. They're heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. Depict Cernunnos in his non-human form. Okay, well, sure. And that was a Hogan Grin. Hogan Grin. All right. Before we end the day, I might go ahead and try and see if I recognize anything now that we've gotten a few more items. An ecumenical receptacle commonly featuring a metamori. Well, did we already have that one? Let's see, which ones did we already have on the shelf? We have a hearing charm, St. John's anvil, and an Elva stone. Okay, so we didn't have that one. Memory cannot reside in both the mind and the ecumenical at the same time. Oh, bug. Trying to protect us. From what? Who knows? Probably our neighbor that's lived here for 2 years. A memory cannot reside in both the mind and the ecumenical at the same time, and it cannot be stored indefinitely. When a memory has been left for long periods, it can begin to emit unpleasant vapors. An empty ecumenical, on the other hand, has an ominous presence, pulling at the thread of one's mind. Okay, so something with an ominous presence. Right, the talon thing. I still don't think we have anything that really looks like a talon. That we've already got. We already got that. Classic purifier. Small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong smelling liquid using something potent. Some potent barley vinegar. Small tokens such as rings or amulets, perhaps submerged in liquid and left for a full moon, are cleansed. Viewed curses. Okay, something is placed in strong smelling vinegar. Okay, so was this the strong smelling vinegar? This green bottle has a strong odor, and when it shakes, it rattles. So this, we're just gonna put a little note saying that we think it might be the Classic purifier. We'll see. We'll see. Classic purifier. Alright. Made from basilisk scales. Can permit flame. Again, I don't think we have anything made from basilisk. Elva stone, we have an idea. An ethereal keys designed to be hidden from prying eyes. When activated by moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. These are rare items and not generally known about outside of Thelma circles. Gemstones of the night power, the concealment charm. Okay. Eye of Cernos. As the eyes of the forest, these ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. Alleged that Cernos himself wielded an eye. Cernos are hard to come by. They are powerful and should not be used carelessly. Hearing charm, we've got that. Heart chamber. There is a vast skull in the catacombs said to be... Oh, and this is the beast that was Holgar. Okay. Holgar's follower believed that when he slew it, he trapped its soul along with its power in an item known as the Wrath Chamber. Heart chambers are based on this mythical object, but they have morphed over time into a way to keep those dear to us close to heart after death. Somehow I do this where I accidentally go to the back of the book. Wielding his twin axes, wolf song and fearbringer. The Wraith Charm. We're just gonna let's look at some people. Get some updates on the town going ons. Okay, so Audrey Bell is the priest, Holgar. Followers of the warrior god Holgar are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stands. You know, I don't think I've had a debate about cake stands. That kind of does seem like something I would have a debate about, though. So maybe I understand that. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Then we have the artist, Rebecca Rose. Rebecca's eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago, and now she is just barely able to distinguish dark and light. This affliction has robbed her of the thing that brought her the most joy in the world, painting, and yet it has not robbed her of her determination, of her kindness, or her love of life. When she learned of Strange Antiquities and that it might hold a way to restore her sight, she was hesitant. She never did anything without careful consideration, but eventually her desire to paint again won over, and she decided the risk was worth taking. Fair enough. So I assume I will see her again. Alright, end of day. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard, a small black casket, a very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Alright, let's trace this little... Oh, it's a staircase. Okay, cool. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right, where I spend each night. Okay. I remember last time we got a map to the castle, yeah. Looking it up, as far as I can tell, Holgar is a fictional deity from Conan the Barbarian, but that's as far as I got in my research. Now to focus back on your efforts. That is great. Jack and I were talking last time about, like, wondering how much of this was taken directly from lore and, like, actual cult, like, past and pagan lore, but that's wonderful, knowing that some of this may or may not have just come from Conan the Barbarian. Oh, that's great. Okay, let's look. Use buttons and left to change the maps. Well, I mostly want to be able to see this. Up the stairs, left. Up the stairs, then left. Again. So 2 lefts. Second on the right, where I spend each night. Okay. This is the ground floor. So up the stairs, and then left. You go, and then left again. And then second on the right where I spend each night. That's the kitchens. That can't be right. Oh wait, but if you went up the... Duh. If you went up the stairs, you'd be here. Okay, so up the stairs... Well, that also doesn't make sense, because if you went left, you would... That doesn't make sense. Left... This doesn't... None of this makes sense. We go up these stairs? I mean, it's the main bedroom, right? So... Blencarthra is also the name of one of the big mountains in the Lake District, which is where Undermere is. Well, there you go. Oh, Mars in winter, rising in summer. Okay. Left. You go up the stairs. Left. And left again. That's on the right. Or that's on the left. You're walking this way. Left. Left again. And then second on the right. Maybe there? I would also assume it's the master bedroom, but that doesn't really make sense given the directions. I guess we'll just try the master bedroom? Okay, I don't understand how they got there from there, but that's fine. A four-poster bed dominates the room, but my eye is drawn to a portrait on the far wall. It depicts a brown-haired woman of simple beauty with a raven perched on her shoulder, Elizabeth, Edmund's late wife. All at once, I realize that I'm intruding in this personal space, and I leave feeling guilty and uneasy. Oh, okay, so that was not where we were supposed to be. Okay, well, okay. So, up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right, where I spend each night. Okay. We're starting at the front. We go up the stairs. And we're here. We go left. And left again. And then, no, none of this makes sense. Up these stairs? Left. Up these stairs. None of this makes sense. For going upstairs. If we go up one of the towers. Maybe. We go up this tower. And we go left. No, none of this makes sense. The stairs. We go left, and then left again. But then it's second on the right, so that... No, that's okay. I don't get this either. So, like... And that's what I would assume as well, as that where I spend each night is the master bedroom. The only thing I can think of is that it's this room. Maybe let's look in our... Maybe let's look and see if we can find this, like, TV on a cross. And see what that means. What that symbol means. Oh. Potassium. Well, that's great. That doesn't seem, relevant. Hey, map guy.
Map guy. Is that me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Help.
Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second
try
on
the
the right is
square
where
venue?
I spend each night. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So where's
sure.
that at?
So, up the stairs of the grand hallway to the second floor.
Uh-huh.
Left. So, maybe down the stairs, although probably not. So probably up the stair. Okay, so up the right stairs. So then you take a left. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. Second.
You try the square Venus looking one.
Oh, they might not all. It might be the different set of stairs.
Yeah.
So it might be these ones back.
Yeah, I was trying a lot of the stairs and I could not.
So, wait. Okay, so up those to the left, second on the right, so sun. Possibly.
We'll try it.
I don't know.
Nope.
Well, no.
We're gonna have to do occult gambling soon.
What?
I feel it.
Wait. So what is the context of these instructions?
Potassium is K, but I don't think that applies. I don't know either. I don't know. I got this as like a hint,
Okay.
and I have this map, and generally that points us somewhere. There's also this, which may or may not be. It could also be this map.
Oh.
But there's not really stairs here, so I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that this I do not know. This I literally have no idea what this is doing.
Uh-huh. Okay. Go back to the other one.
Yeah, maybe we should just try finding all of these symbols. Because, yeah, we looked... This is potassium. In case you were wondering what the occult symbol of potassium looks like.
The square with the...
Sorry, not occult. The hermetic symbology.
Sure.
This TV on a...
Some would call it
cross.
hermetic occult. All depends.
The square Venus looking one. I'm assuming you're meaning the one I was talking about. But I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's that pass-through place?
I thought, yeah, that it could be like that.
Well, I'm wondering if it's like up the stairs,
Left
through there.
But that... If it was left again, and then second on the right, but then that doesn't really
Well, what if it's... So you go up the stairs, and then you turn left to, like, go towards the library. Then left through the room.
But then it's second on the right, so here?
You know, maybe?
Because the thing is, if you're going up the stairs,
Right.
you're not going to go any way other than straight. So you would assume that left is once you get... From my POV, I thought we were talking about the potassium one at the same time. Okay.
On the right, up the stairs, left and left again. Up the stairs, left and left again. Up the stairs and left again. Who is this? Who is this person that's writing?
We don't know.
Oh, I see.
It's the cards. It's fate.
Okay. Hardwick Tower. Oh, there are second floors as well. And there's a basement. Through the vaults.
Oh shit, I just clicked on that. I didn't mean... I thought that would send us somewhere. Oh, okay.
Okay, wait, what's up?
The vaults are blocked by a large iron door.
Hey,
It
rather
has
be
no
lucky than right.
handle or keyhole, and it does not give in the slightest when I push release. Realize that it has been thaumatically sealed, but that's not much help. It's not clear what I need to open it.
For
Great.
sure.
I don't think I have what I need to open it. Is there anything like... Okay, let's look in here. Is there anything marked
like
with
a skeleton
key?
Key or opening? Sleep vessel. Sextrum?
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't see anything for like key.
Maybe it's
Maybe
not key.
open?
Yeah, maybe it's open. Or release. Or Path of the Warrior. Mether? What's Mether?
I don't know.
Mentic?
Restful Mether. I don't think that's it.
Binding Seed? Maybe it was bound by a binding seed. And you need to make the door feel less guilty about itself.
Native 2.
You just need to do some therapy on the door. Binding seed?
No, that's not any of that.
You don't think it's like the door in Anti-Ethels that you gotta convince to let you through?
No, in that case, I'd just be able to walk through, right?
Well, yeah.
I guess I'll just leave. Oh, I didn't incur bad things. That's nice.
Okay.
Well,
maybe wait. Does the little puzzle piece guy match any of the room shapes?
It matches that room shape. Shaka.
Alright, this could be something. My work here is done. Batman!
we're just gonna change your name from Megaphone Man to Map Man. Map Man. Spirit, I think the term is in tarot. It's funny that I know so much about this sort of thing, given that I'm very religious. Mentic is a school of magic related to the mind. It's a date everything. Okay, there's a game on Steam that is called something like Date Everything, and it's like a dating simulator. And I've never played a dating simulator, but it looks like the writing looks so hilarious, and I'm like, how do I get to write something like this? I want to play it just to read it. It looks really good. Let's see. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absentmindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I'm about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Ooh. Like a Sulune, moon goddess. Oh. That's the game you're referencing. That makes sense. Have you played it? It's tongue-in-cheek and like a lot of CR people involved. It's phenomenal. And dirty. Okay. I didn't know that it was a CR thing. That's cool. I saw it somewhere, and I love puns, and I love like wordplay like that, and so I've seen like the trailer for it, and it's like there's just so many puns when you're like, you know, dating a fridge or whatever. And I was like, I want to write this. Like, I want to go back in time, and I want to be the writer for this. That would be my dream job. If they make a second one and they need someone to write for it, I would love to do that. Can find a lot of CR people in a lot of projects. Fair enough. That's how I felt a lot of things. Like, same with Dimension 20. I feel like, because like we watch a lot of Dropout and things like that, and you'll randomly see them everywhere. I remember I was watching a movie like it's been a while, but I was watching some movie like last year, and Grant O'Brien, who is like a big main character in Dropout, he was just like extra, and he like had like one line. I was like, what the hell is that? What is happening? Produced by their good friend. That's cool. I did not know that. I can move these? Y'all. Y'all, you guys were here last time when I had such the fucking challenge of finding what turned it a different color, and I could have moved the candle this whole time. Well, now we know, I guess. That hurts a little bit, if I'm being honest. Alright, Helena Appleton. I could never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. Have I got a St. John's anvil for you? Boom. Alright. Gray's Grace, worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. They share the design of a shadow catcher. Okay. Well, I don't think I know or have a shadow catcher. That's a shadow hold. But that would be cool when someday I know what a shadow catcher looks like. Someday. Oh well. Helena equals Paige. I don't think so. Funniest thing is that I've been getting into anime recently to see our people voice the dub. Nice. There are 20 people in it too. At least Brennan and Emily. You're making me want to play it, and I have too many games I'm playing right now. I was just talking to somebody else about this. That I have too many games I'm playing right now, and I can't add another one. Especially because I'm also reading like 4 different books. I need to finish some projects before I start another. Oh, new person. He has an eye patch. Barton Potter. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. That sounds like euphemism. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. Well, I think this is an Elva stone. There we go. And this is why we do the work ahead of time. It's because then it's really easy. And I know that, I just don't feel like doing it sometimes. Alright. Elvastone, confirmed. What is this? Let's see. 3 blue gems. Like a very intricate pattern in gold. And it has a silver ring around it. It's warm, but the stones are cool. Scent, and sound, there's nothing to remark. Inner perception, nothing to remark. Okay. As we say in the UK, CBA, can't be asked. Can't be asked. That's an interesting difference. It always surprises me because I feel like I've watched this is gonna sound bad. I've watched like Love Island some, and I've watched like UK, and I've watched the Great British Baking Show, that I feel like I know a lot of UK slang or like differences. And so every once in a while I hear one that I'm like, oh, that's new. Karst, I think. Yeah. Alright, let's help the next customer. Oh, it's Verona. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. I'm an intern. Basically. Oh, I'm an apprentice, but still. These items cause Ambra. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They're slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. Okay, so that could be what's up with the people with black eyes. The fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. I mean, she was the main one handling shit in Strange Horticulture, so that makes sense. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else, but here we are, and here I am. They do it all wrong anyway. Right, fair enough. Let's see. The Relic Hunter, Barton Porter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Barton Porter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does, at the slightest provocation. Alright, sick. Never heard ass. Maybe a lot of slang gets sanitized. Okay. Becomes taking the Mickey. Macuration is another word. Oh! I've heard, like, taking the mick. Or taking... Yeah, I've heard that. I did not know that that's where it came from. So interesting. How language develops like that. Alright. Francis Mason. I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library, and it does something to me. Maybe stop wearing it. Or is it a good thing? I don't know. Gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 separate days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. That sounds wild. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me I need a Cussack purifier and that this is the place to get one. That's crazy that you're lost in the library for 3 days without eating. No one checked on her? That seems like a bad librarian. Alright. So we were correct. That was the Cussack purifier. Valent. The holes in a Valent are of roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurous to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Okay, so is that whatever we just got? I've already forgotten what we just got and what it was called. None of these seem right. That's what I just looked at. Valent? Okay. Yeah, I think Valent is, this is probably Valent. Ah. That's what I get for putting everything so close together. Alright, so that is a caustic purifier, and then we've got this that we think is a Valent. ADHD dependent. Also a bad community in general. It's fair. Yeah, this is an odd community. I don't know that I would love to live here. But Simone Green, I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Is she related to Verona? Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. Ooh, it's slow work, but I made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths under the counter? I have learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths, and this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered last night. See what you make of it. Okay. Alcove key, horned shackle, evocant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Okay. Horned shackle. Maybe we don't have a horned shackle yet? We have an evocant though, don't we? So we have a horned shackle, and we have an evocant. Now, I'm just missing... Oh wait, that's the horned shackle. Okay. Evocant. Evocant. The one with the swirly red. Assume the name is related to Valence. Valent. Probably. Okay. The moon. Something or another. There's a lot on the moon that we have. Caustic Purifier, Selenic Totem. Because, I mean, we have this, obviously. That doesn't seem to have done anything. But I might have to press this now. Okay, nothing happened. So that may or may not be right. I would assume that's not right. Maybe this? That has a moon. What about that? Nope. Which one's the Selenic Totem? Oh, it's this guy. Whoa! Whoa, what are these cups? This looks kind of like Squidward's house. It has a sharp aroma. Hard and somewhat rough. It's made out of wood. This has a leaf. Gold paint. Wood. Oak, if I'm not mistaken. Engraved detailing. Sharp aroma also. Nothing for inner perception. Okay, this also looks kind of like the Aries symbol. With these jewels. Has a strong odor, sharp but not entirely unpleasant. Rough. And wood. Okay, a green gemstone, a dark wood hue perhaps. Rough, stone is hard and cool. It has a pleasant scent that reminds me of the forest. Alright. Nothing to remark on inner perception. Oh, and then we got 2 more of these little tiles. Which, wait. Okay. You go in here for a second. Okay. So we have 3 of these tiles. Is there only 3 spaces missing? There are only 3 spaces missing. Okay. So if we do the order right, and beach for cups also. I don't know that song, but now I'm gonna have to look it up after. Okay. So this one goes here. I believe this one probably goes there, and this one goes here. These need to be flipped. Can I move the orientation of them? It's an old poem by a famous British poet, though there's a song version of it called Oak and Ash and Thorn by the Longest Johns. Or actually, how I first learned the poem. Oh, nice! Nice. What? By Rudyard Kipling? Okay, I feel like I've heard of, like, Kipling. Yeah, I don't know much poetry. I know the basics of, like, Edgar Allan Poe. I like poetry some. Yeah, it's just never been something I've, like, gotten into, but that's cool. I feel like maybe there's more than these 3. Because this definitely seems like that should go there. But these don't quite... Because this should be a little OU. The OU, and then it's the Z, and then it's that. And then that. And then if we start at this, we go back over to that. OU, then Z, and that, then that, and that. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or 8 long. No, this This is... I think the pattern is consistent, it seems like. But this is not what we need. We need a, like an O and a U. The symbol of blech. That almost sounds like a joke, but I don't... I think... That's like, for real, for real? Is there an out of place Taurus? Taurus, yeah, that like symbol. Reorganized, assembled the library, came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket and roaring fire. Same. And a good book. She manages the collection at the Woodsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking special interest in occult writings. Okay, so she's the bad librarian. She's the one who let somebody get lost in the stacks for 3 days. I'm just saying, if there's gonna be somebody evil, could be her. Just a prediction, could be her. Let's see. Is there an out of place Taurus? I don't think there is. Oh! No, but there is another thing right there. Okay, so now we're just missing the Taurus symbol. Yeah. Now we're just missing that. Yeah. Okay, so when we have it, I don't know if I should like bring these out. Because I don't... That seems like something I'm going to forget, though. Maybe I should take those out. We're just going to sit these drinking cups under the desk. There we go. Okay. Next customer. Jim Wolf. Sick cat. Alright. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried a St. John's poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. Would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Aww. Here you go. Here's a hearing charm. That looks like a bat. Stylish necklace. Veiled fen. A veiled fen is brightly colored in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. Okay. I don't know how we put something in darkness. I guess, like, I could put it in there. Nothing else, like, was really, like, glowing like that. He does seem like a nice guy. Wanting to be able to hear his niece's laughter. So wholesome. Let's see, what is this? Worn around the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Made of any single material except wood or clay, they typically have no symbol or other writing upon their surface. Okay, do we have anything like that? I mean, this is saying I have a strong sense of being watched, and it's made of bronze. So this could be it. This could be a Zehe. Zia. However you would say that. We're gonna put that for now. I like having some written. So. Gotta do at least one a day. It's like chores, you know? You gotta identify at least, or try to identify at least one a day. So said to be severed digits capable of inflicting pain. And I don't think we have anything that's like a severed limb, which I prefer. Brightly colored in the light, but it clouds over after a short period of total darkness. Yeah, I really feel like that would have clouded over if we put it in there. Maybe let's take this book out and we're just gonna shut that for a while. Valent, those are 3 holes. What?
I'm just looking. Checking in.
We still have not figured out the stair thing.
What?
I mean, I guess I haven't really tried since we found the other thing, but
That's fair.
we did figure out there's like a secret compartment that I got a bunch of stuff, and then we need this Taurus symbol. I have all of the other missing pieces.
The Taurus symbol?
Yeah, I need this symbol.
Oh,
To
I
complete.
see. I see.
Yeah, because like all of these.
Oh,
I
you
filled in.
found something.
Yeah, I found those, but then we're still missing this Taurus symbol.
I see.
But now I'm trying to put this in darkness. Dang it.
Is it right there?
What?
I'm joking. The Taurus symbol.
Oh, last time, I don't remember if you were watching, but there was something that, like, when it was around flame, the flame was supposed to turn blue. And I kept pulling over objects trying to do it.
Yeah.
You can move the candles.
Oh, is that what you were yelling about earlier?
Yes. You can just move the candles
Hell yeah.
in front of it.
That's awesome.
Like, I found it last time by doing that.
That's a clip.
It's fine, though. It's fine.
It's fine. We're fine.
We're fine. Why would you even ask?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't.
Alright. End the day. Maybe put the candles in the drawer. That's a good idea. I might try that. I might try
Burn
that.
the house down.
No.
Yeah,
Burn everything.
arson.
Alright, end of day. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once. Ooh, pain in his left eye. So that's the whatever Potter. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing 2 things at the same time. 1, a part of his mind was not his own, and 2, the casket wanted to be opened. Bum,
Like
bum,
the left
bum.
hand path. Left eye. It's like a Vecna.
What is this?
Is it Vecna?
Oh, I got off the game screen.
No.
Ah!
Whoa, Vecna's kind of hot.
I don't know who this is, but I'm digging it. The maiden in the tower points the way.
Okay.
I am buried among the trees.
For sure. Okay.
Okay.
Hell
The
yeah.
maiden in the tower points the way. I'm buried among the trees.
You gotta
Okay.
like go into the tower, and then like compare that to where it is in the real world.
So if she's in, there's 4 towers. I guess all of the towers
Hardwick Tower.
would be left. Let's try the other. We
Which
should
tower
probably-
has a maiden?
Let's see. Is there anything labeled on here? Tower.
Well, no, it's a castle.
Well, okay. Galfrey's Tower.
Galfrey's Tower.
22.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Galfrey doesn't sound like a
Some
maiden.
dude.
Yeah. Oh, right there.
Okay. Well, she's pointing left.
Who?
She is.
I feel like
I'm buried among the trees, and she's pointing left.
I feel like we gotta find the tower. We gotta find the maiden.
No, that's not how this works.
What?
No.
What do you mean?
Because
that's
she's
not how this works?
you do this, and you say,
It's
okay,
in the tower.
the maiden in the tower points the way to the treasure. So
Right,
she's
so you
saying,
gotta
I'm
find the
buried
maiden.
among the trees.
You gotta find the maiden.
No.
What?
No.
What?
That's not how this works.
What do you mean?
What's not how it works? What am I misunderstanding here?
Maybe it's this, because she's buried among the trees, and if she's pointing the
You don't know where
way-
she's pointing because you haven't found her. Am I misunderstanding?
Trees near the tower. There are not trees near the tower, though. They would show up in the world.
But the maiden's not showing up in the world.
Maybe the coast right to the north. I think it's this. You must have taken a wrong turn. This isn't where I meant to go. You're not even on screen.
I was on screen. I made sure.
Sure.
See, there's Hardwick's Tower. You don't want to go into Hardwick's Tower and find the maiden?
But maybe she's pointing towards the conservatory?
You gotta find her.
I am buried among the trees.
I feel like you should go into Hardwick Tower.
I don't. Are there other towers? Okay, what is this place called? What is this castle called? This castle is Gleeston Castle.
Gleeston.
No, where is Gleeston Castle?
It doesn't appear to be on the key.
Okay, that makes sense.
It
Because
does.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be out of town.
Oh.
That's like why we have a separate map to it. I think.
Oh, well then that would be.
So.
Well, then maybe you should click on the tower in the town.
You think the tower in the town as opposed to this tower?
Well, yeah, because then if she was in this tower, it wouldn't matter where she's pointing. But I feel like you found a tower, so I feel like we should go into the tower and figure out where she's pointing.
But we already know that she's pointing left.
No, she's on a card. You could orient the card any which way. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stairs are on the card too, but I'm not taking anything from them. So I feel like you gotta find the maiden.
Climb the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower. I'm rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I'm not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young... Fuck off. This is gonna still give me something. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond.
Due east.
You're the worst.
She's in that park. Oh, that's so nice.
What?
The treasures in the park.
Why would it be in the park?
Because she's pointing towards it.
She's pointing east,
Never eat Southern waffles.
and this is the closest thing of trees.
Oh, that is also true. It could be there. But that's less directly east, you know? That's like a little southeast of the actual tower.
Are you for real right now? If
Yeah,
that
see? Because it's not actually east, it's a little
is
southeast.
it this?
No, that's northeast. It's direct. This is directly east.
I'm buried among the trees. That is directly east, but like that's so far away. If it's there, I'm gonna be a little mad. Oh my god!
I can't wait to see the edited version of the series we're producing.
Yeah, with half of me not having volume.
Oh no! Did you check?
No, I didn't.
Okay. We can cross our fingers.
Will you heat this up?
Yeah.
This is me and my wife to a T. Batman strikes again. God damn it. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there's nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the trees.
I know my mood is lifted.
Aw, this is a cute little statue. I want one of these. It's just a little guy.
Little fella.
Yeah, holding like a little sun.
We should get
Dude, you remember how Nick, one of our friends Nick, came here like 2 years ago at this point and was like, you guys have a lot of trinkets. And I took a lot of offense to it. And in the last 2 years, we've gotten a lot more things that one would consider trinkets.
I think this might be considered a trinket. It articulates. But I love this guy.
I talked you into getting this.
Oh, you did, and you were correct.
This, I used to hold my headphones.
Yeah, she used it as a headphone stand.
I love this.
Yeah, this is sick.
Oh, wait. Give me the tree.
Oh, the tree?
We need to get more candles also.
Well, the candles are just messy. This would be perfect for the stream, though.
I know.
If it had candles.
I know. Jack got me candles last year that bled
Yeah.
when you lit them.
Yeah.
And I bought this last year as well. And I love it.
And if you can't tell, it's like a candelabra.
Yeah, it's a candelabra.
Or-
But it looks like a little tree. And there's still like wax on it from last year. Oh, it's great. I make trinkets, and if you count unsold inventory, I probably have thousands. Look, I also like to make things. I don't do it as, like, I don't sell them. I make them as gifts sometimes, or I just make them for fun, but... Alright. Let's talk to Verona, see what she got to say. I walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it, belly up and blackened they were. Ooh. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I'm on my way to Calgroth Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robinson earlier, and she said the 2 women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Nair Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about, second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago and went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Alright. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it without Madman. By God. Okay. Used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. This is the lakefront. Okay. We take the boat out to the northern tip of Nair's Island and row across from there. You know what I'm talking about? Second from the left in the row of 4. Okay, so this is the row so this one. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague about, after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pull out onto the wooden floor on either side. In the center of the altar, there is a small iron chest rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a long time. I don't see any hinge or keyhole for any way to open it all, but after a while, I notice an inscription that simply says, "I open to the voice." Okay. The voice. We know what that means. For sure. For sure, for sure. I totally know what the voice is. And I can put something there for that purpose. I was really hoping that voice would be in our index, and it's not. Voice of Seronis, I think. Oh, is that one of our things? Oh, it is! Seth Eshel, if you weren't here, we would be lost right now, because I don't know that I would have gotten it. I would have been like, well, time to leave. That's fair. The deer skull is very Cernunos. Let's see. Voice. There we go. Alright. The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they are coming back for it anytime soon. It's a little Anubis statue, almost. A little cat. Let's see. Let's look. Inner perception, anything? Nope. Sound? No. Touch. Warm and smooth. A light pink gemstone and made of gold. Alright. Alright, I think I might take a short break and we will continue in a sec. If I can remember how one takes breaks. Oh, this is good. Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
I don't remember how to take a break.
You don't remember how to take a break? It's on the, oh no, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Okay. Oh.
And that's all I could do, and I didn't want to do that.
Right. Okay. Can I have the mouse? Think, so we'll put that back there. And then you might be able to start it from here, but that's not, yeah, no, that's not normally how I start it. Yep. And then take a break.
Okay.
Start. There we go. I mean, you just have to switch to the break screen. Or
There's 6 concurrent viewers.
do you have a break screen? All right, the brake screen is broken, the brake overlay, and Paige does not have an actual brake screen set up that doesn't use the overlay. So I think I'll just film while you're braking. You know? Oh goodness, the dog does not like the idea of the brakes.
I mean, it's not like the idea of the street. So.
It made ads but didn't hide you. Yeah, it still is letting us trigger brakes. It's just the actual brake overlay that it's supposed to provide is not working at all, which is very sick. Oh, hope you had a good break. It's over. Well, that's good. Let me see. I'm gonna check to see if they like changed the URL on us somehow for the break overlay. Surprise Mega instead of usual surprise Paige. We gotta keep you guessing. Gotta make sure you can never get too comfortable. Let's see. Oh, yep, look at that. The URL is different. Thanks for letting us know that was gonna happen, YouTube. Let's try to extend the break and see what happens. Okay. Well. No. This video is unavailable. Don't worry, they can still hear me. Well, that's good. I'm very glad that YouTube very clearly tested out this live update very thoroughly before they published it. I think there's another way to do a break overlay. You can like specify your own. So I'll have to test that to see if it's working. Maybe we can do that for the next breaks. Are you ready? Audio is still coming through? Yeah. Paige normally just manually mutes it. Yeah. But, oh, puppy. All right. Have fun.
Thank you. You forgot your headphone.
Where is it? Danke.
Alsjeblieft. All right. Great Q&A. All right, y'all. Let's get back to helping people get their occult objects. Lester Crowley, I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. It is not my intention to bring your attention to a matter of contention. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. For your part, a leaden heart of the thematic art. Alright, y'all. Oh, quality assurance. That makes sense. We can't see the screen. Right. I gotta switch back to that. Oh, wait! One more second. I gotta bring in tech support. Well, yeah, but then I click this.
Oh, hit resume. My bad. Bobby.
Well, thank God we have tech support. Alright. Well, this guy's a rhymer. And he's a little crazy. Lead heart. I don't think we have that categorized yet. Item depict the god in his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. I mean, this looks kind of like a heart. That's not that heavy. His non-human form. Oh, it's probably this. Does he look like a cat when he's not a human? Nope, that wasn't it. Well, awkward. Xenos in his non-human form. Depict the god Xenos in his non-human form. They're heavier than they look due to the core lead hidden by a modest exterior, said to kindle romantic interest. Okay. Is this like supposed to be non-human? Is he a deer? Okay, so this is heavier, and this is clay. I could see being this. Aha! Xenos is a deer, I thought. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. I was wondering why we just had this clay deer statue. That makes a lot more sense. Alright, Corvan's Might. A Corvan's Might, sometimes called an eagle's gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wysick power. When the warrior queen Corvan was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of the battle, and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. Alright. So this is a lead heart. There we go. Little clay deer statue lead heart. Alright, next customer. Angus Eaton. Love his mutton chops. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. It's the thing! I think. It's like the little flower thing that may or may not go into... Ah! Oh my god! Wait, for real? That's so funny! The cat just knocks it off if you put it in front of it. Stop knocking it off! Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Okay. A black gemstone. Gold. Smooth. Nothing to remark on scent and sound. Inner perception. Nothing? Oh! You can click it to make the little things pop out. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe? That doesn't seem right. Does that seem right? Oh wait, there's 3. So it's... We need the bottom one then. Haha. There we go. Yes, the cat's name is Jupiter. A book on curses and their effects. A brief overview by Dr. F. Robertson. Whoa! Okay, there's only like 2 pages. That's good. I was like, I can't with another book. Alright, add that to our bookshelf. Oh my god! Cat! Stop it! That's so funny though. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Oh, and it like creaks. I love that. I love that little addition. Okay, I need this to go down. Okay. Oh! I could try putting the thing in there. I'm gonna try putting the thing in there. We're just gonna leave it in there for a sec while I examine this. Okay. Nothing to remark on inner perception. Scent and smell. It sounds hollow when tapped. It's hard. And then around it is thin and delicate. It's some kind of green organic material, and then around it is wood. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like the bulb of like a plant almost. Alright, Eli White. Wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid I'm going to need to rely on you a little longer. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. Okay. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. Be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. I will take him a Cynthian charm to smooth things over between us. For sure. That sounds like a great idea. You take him that Cynthian charm. Older Cynthian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturists to encourage summer plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it is raining. Okay. It's currently raining. Let's touch this. Is it anything? Nothing. Okay. What about this? Rough and gnarled. No. Warm and vibrating with energy. I wonder if it's this. This could be it. Aha! It is. I was like, it looks like leaves. Okay. Alright, cool. Diverging hook is a way to carve thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all. But it is also easy to leave a mind in disarray. Even when approached with care, the unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone from each of the 3 thalmic branches. Okay, so this might be a thalmic hook. This also could be a thalmic hook. Okay, let's label this Stop. Ah! Stop it! Is this what it's like to actually have a cat? I haven't had a cat in so long, and I don't think my cat acted like that. He wasn't that spry. Sith is an Irish term for fairies. Well, that's cute. Where did you learn all of this, Seth Beshelo? Because I'm like, I'd read books on that. Like, I used to read books about, you know, like, Greek and Roman mythology. Like, I'd read books on, like, Irish fairies. Or the Irish equivalent of fae. Huh. There you go. What was that called? It was something hook. Ah. Diverging hook. Way to carve. Even when approached. They have single gemstone from each of the three branches of each of the three vomit branches. Diverging hook. I mean, this seems more like a diverging hook. I'm gonna put osmosis. That's crazy. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know that I've been around enough stuff like that, you know, to pick anything like that up through osmosis, but that's cool. Alright, Francesca Robertson. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. Okay. Finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. If nothing else, Duranthium tea from a restful mether might get a moment of lucidity out of them. But if you got any ideas, I'm all ears. Again, I don't think I have a witch's finger. Is this supposed to be a witch's finger? I mean, maybe. Let's see. What were the other things? Okay, witch's finger or restful mether. Because that's just a hand, man. There is a link to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Duranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of mether. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Is drunk from them. So possibly one of these is like the restful method. And then witch's finger. That's just a hand. Said to be severed digits of the witch Undermere. They capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. Nope, that's not it. Okay. What that one? Nope, okay. Oh! Yep, looks like the third one. Time for occult gambling! Yay! A deep fear taken. Okay. Yay, occult gambling. bird is just sitting here crying at me. Okay. What? Why did my cat just re-roll those? I mean, like, I appreciate it, but that's weird. Oh my god, I have to get 4 matching. Which doesn't even seem that hard, but I guess it's proving to be kind of challenging. God damn it. Alright, come on, I just need 1 moon. No! No! Just give me a moon, just give me a moon. Oh, I need a moon, I need a moon. Oh, thank God. Oh. Oh my God. That was almost bad. Okay. Well, guess we're gonna try the third one. I really hope it's that one. Yeah, I mean, it's one of these cups. I guess this one does kind of look most like the one in the picture. I should have looked at the picture closer. Damn. Well, 'tis what it is. Cup in the sketch. It has several embedded gemstones, stones of peace, which hint at its ability to induce a meditative state. Well. Oh well. Alright. Bones Guard. A small item known as a Bones Guard can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. King Cedric the Meek was well known to be terrified of being poisoned, and so always drank from the same goblet and always placed a Bones Guard inside. He was stabbed to death in 1202. These objects bear the mark of the antidote. Alright. Okay, so that was a restful method. Oh, you got lagged again? Let me see. Hopefully it's better. I was gonna say, I can look and see if... It says stream health is good now, but I'll keep an eye on that. I completely missed her coming in. Rebecca Rose. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonder of the Ares remnant with me. It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but I'm feeling my way back to painting again. Thank you. Aw, you're welcome. Aw, cute. Alright, time to try and figure some stuff out. Oh, right, we put the gem down here. Wait. Let's open this up. Nope, still glowing. Okay, well, that's probably not it then. But we will keep an eye on that. Let's see. Ambra. This item causes metal fog. Prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black. Yeah, I don't know if we have anything like that. Did we investigate this little... I don't know if we actually investigated this statue. Nothing to remark in inner perception. Or scent and sound. Or sense of touch, really? Turquoise, orange, and yellow gemstone. What about this girl? Pinkish gemstone, bronze stone. It's warm, and the jewel's cold. Nothing to remark, scent and sound. Nothing to remark there. Okay. Yeah, we might not have that yet. And the talon thing, I still don't think we have anything that looks quite like a talon unless it's that, but that's holding something, so that seems unlikely. Let's see, the bones guard, small item known as a bones guard, can be placed in any drink. Object bears the mark of the antidote. Okay. Bears the mark of the antidote. And like, though that's like a leafy symbol. Is antidote one of these symbols? Perhaps? Antidote? Anecdote? Antidote? Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Wonder if we know... Oh, wait, we can figure that out. Not sure how we detect a Nautic field. Yeah. Me either. Let's see. Ben's might. These objects pay homage to the Bloody Queen's gift. Assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. With it, she turned the tide of the battle. Okay, let's see. What? Wixic power? If I can say that. Ah. Okay, so of the body. So we have like these circles. I don't know if we have anything that has like that symbol on it. I don't see anything immediately. But yeah, I think we'll have to start identifying gems at some point. Oh. Wow. Okay, so this is Wixic. And that looks like this. And that does kind of look like a talon, so that might be, this might be Corvan's might. Let's put that as a guess. Corvan's might. That might be Corvan's might. We'll see. What was this one earlier? The diverging hook. Probably gonna be right up here. And that was from the thalmic branches. So let's look at the gemstones from the thalmic branches. Oh, this is also Wysick. Zone of containment. For dark purposes. Yeah, that seems more right. Did I just miss the Thalmic ones? Their Thalmic properties. Yeah, they're called... Thalmic is all 6 types. Oh! Of the 3 Thalmic branches. A single gemstone from each of the Thalmic branches. Okay. That makes more sense. So it has to be like one from each. So we have like, this one's orange, turquoise, like yellow. This one's like pink, purple, yellow. Let's see, pink and yellow would be different. I don't know. We'll figure that one out later. Okay. Let's continue. This ethereal key. It's gemstone of light. When activated by moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. Are any of these like called the gemstone of light? Stone of water, sunstone, fire, and light. None of these are looking like anchor between body and mind, 4th eye, stone of sight, stone of protection and enveloping, night, stone of fire and fury, stone of night and of darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. Stone of strength, stone of decay, grows in iron coffins and waterlogged corpses. Lovely. All right. Yeah, so it really only feels like the sunstone would be the only one. If I just move things that look like they could be it. Well, maybe not. Oh well. Day, night, moon, earth, mind, body. Yeah. Eyes for Nunos. Ancient artifacts enable one to enter minds. Creatures. I mean, again, if this isn't the Eye of Cernunnos, I don't know what is. So I guess we're just gonna put that for now. Just so we have a guess. I put some stuff over here. Just because this is getting a bit cluttered. An antique shop cluttered, heaven forbid. I will say that's like one of my biggest pet peeves, probably, is when I've been in antique shops and I feel like I can't turn around, otherwise I'm gonna break something. Because I've gotten a lot better, but I generally am a very clumsy person, and so I do not like being around a lot of breakable things if I can help it. Alright, we're caught that good for now. Alright, let's end the day. You've never been to an antique shop? Ah. As much as I don't like that they're cluttered a lot of the time, I really like going to them. I guess antique shop and like thrift shop, but which they are different, but in my head they occupy the same space. But I go to like a thrift shop. We have one near us, and I go like weekly, at least. Alright, end of day 5, 6, 7. 7. I can read Roman numerals, it's fine. He knew what he had to do. Without hesitating, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. Alright. Castle, tower. I'm closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Closest to the sunset. Rises in the east and sets in the west. So west. So the west tower. Like the westernmost tower. Still don't know what this whole stair business is. The stairs left and left again. Spend each night. Go up those stairs. Left and then left again. Second and right. I already tried this? I feel like I already tried this, but I'm gonna try it again. Ah! I did it! And it was right! Oh, I'm mad. Okay. Goddamn potassium. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishing and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal the macabre item that's been hiding in this windowsill all this time. Witch's fingers! I know exactly what you are. Wait, is it plural or is it singular? Witch's finger. Witch's finger. God, watch this be something else. If this is something else, that's insane. Wait, witch's finger. I can spell. I'm a writer. I got that. That's fine. It could be the talon. Don't say that! Why would you say that? Makes me feel uneasy. I don't like it. I have nothing to remark. Hard and worryingly sharp. And they're leathery. Are they real severed fingers? Surely not. I mean, so severed fingers. The talon leaves the scar roughly in that shape. It does! It does. Okay. Making me feel uneasy. What? Okay. People inflicting intense pain. What was the talon thing supposed to do? Part of its grim worship closely. Does kind of have that. Nameless gods. Broken path. Must press the tip of the talon hard against their cheekbones to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days and so. They say it made me feel uneasy, right? Makes me feel uneasy. I don't like it. And witch's fingers. This doesn't say anything about how it makes you feel. Witch's fingers. Capable of inflicting intense pain. The goal is you're patient, a most unpleasant experience. I'm gonna keep witch's fingers, but I don't disagree with you that it does seem like the talon things make that mark. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It could be just to throw us off. Let's see. Alright. Francesca Robertson. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange lately. She'd never got over the death of our father. Oh. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now, with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. I'm worried she's going to do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know that she is still loved. Seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. I mean, there's a lot of wooden totems. Yeah, that's a rough case. That's not it. Change and figure, causing them to become are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. I mean, I assume that's what she's talking about. Let's try it. Nope. Nope. That was not what she was talking about. Seen people gifting one another wooden tongues, but I don't know what they're called. Slow down and think through this more carefully. Okay. Know that she is loved. I do remember there being something like this, but I don't remember what it is. I also think we've already had it, though. It's the synesthesia one. The binding seed. Punishment. Definitely not what she needs. Can you use to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments? No. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. Definitely not. The horn shackle is what we just tried. Hunter's boon? No. Bloodheart, no. Lagula? to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they're held in high regard. Scholars of the occult. Okay. Maybe. We'll keep that one in mind. Ossic ring. They're hard to come by. They occasionally sought for their ability to keep vermin at bay. That's not what we need, I don't think. Selenic totem. Moon hearts can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love. Okay, so we need the Selenic totem. So we need this guy. Aha! There we go. Better. Seems right. Fortunately, I have some bad news to share. Jack Hungerford has not responded well to the Duranthium tea. If anything, he appears to have sunk deeper into the trance. I daren't try anything else in case I make things worse. Ooh. Yikes. Well, that's not good. Throne Green. Those silly sods at Calgrath Hall wouldn't let me in to look around. Seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. Alright, Verona. Not easily put off, though. Do you have a Tenenbrand cloak I could use this evening? I've got some snooping to do. Alright, let's look at this Tenenbrand cloak business. Tenenbrand cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness. Single stone is set in bronze. Gives power to these tokens. Single stone set in bronze. Let's see, is this bronze? That is bronze. But this has those opposing... This is bronze. Okay, let's see about the gemstones. Stone of Containment. Stone of Water. A dark stone for dark purposes. Probably not. Stone of Calming and Peace. Stone of Earth and Nature. An anchor between body and mind. The fourth eye. Stone of Sight. Potentially? Stone of Protection and Enveloping Night. Oh, that seems more likely. Stone of Fire and Fury. Stone of the Night and of Darkness. There's some who fear and some who choose. Stone of Strength. Okay. So Stone of Protection and Enveloping Night seems correct. Is this bronze? It is not. It is gold. Okay. Single stone set in bronze. Single stone set in bronze. That doesn't have a stone, and it's also made of tin. I mean, this is bronze, and that is a pinkish gemstone. I feel like it might be this one. I feel like that might be it. Aha! Look at that. I didn't even get it wrong. Gemstone is a moonstone, a stone of enveloping night, which hints at the use of these items. Alright. St. Cedric's Thunder. St. Cedric's Thunder is used to store the power of a single thunderclap. Alchemists have been trying to harness this power for centuries, and there are rumors that some have indeed successfully used it to transmute base metals into gold. They are placed on the tops of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from wearing over time. Interesting. Okay. Already forgotten what this was called. A tenon brand cloak. Tenon brand bloke. A tenon brand bloke. Lol. Alright. Next customer. Barton Potter. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so we had a brief chat and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. Okay. In other news, I've got a little something for you if you're interested. Keep forgetting to mention it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robinson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard hidden in the counter. Got something for you if you're interested. It's going to cost you, but it's worth it. A map to the catacombs. Very rare. Worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. I'm asking for in return is a valant. And I think that this is a valant. Ooh, that's not a valant. Awkward. Oh, I bet this is a valant. Let me look at what a valant is one more time before we do that. So I don't get more bad juju, but I think this is a valant. Holes in a valant are roughly equal size and spacing and are used ensures curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Let's see, this inner perception. Nothing to remark. The fact that it has these gems, I just don't... There's 3 holes, because this also has 3 holes. Equal size and spacing. Used inventors. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's these. Oh, dang it. Okay, it's either this, and if it's not this, then we're gonna have to do some occult gambling. Or, yeah, I don't know what's up. Cool, not that, and we will be doing some more occult gambling. Oh, alright. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. Didn't we all come for the occult gambling? Came for the occult gambling, stayed for the fun. Am I right? Oh. Alright. We got that, so now we just need a cat. Nope. 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 God. I just need a cat! No! No! Man, this is not going well. Ah! Thank God. Okay. Oh, of course, now I get 2 cats. Oh, this is going poorly. What the hell? Where's my cat? What I need her? What I need Jupiter to fix these dice? Thank you, Jupiter. Thank you. Gah. Okay. It started playing the inscription cost. Oh my god. Okay. Fine. Okay. Now we just need a sun. Look. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oof. Alright. I don't... Yeah, I bumped into Eli. There's something he wanted to give you. Cost you... Cat... Okay, I would really like a thing to the catacombs. The only other thing it could even be is this levitating bitch. Because, like, we've done that. We've done that. And we tried that. So this is not a Valent. I don't know what it is, but not that. I'm starting to feel like maybe we don't have a Valent, because Valent are roughly equal size and spacing. They're used by the adventurers to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt when its power concentrates. Okay. What about this guy? It's rough and pitted. Inner perception. Nothing to remark. Scent and sound. Also nothing to remark. Check if the levitating thing has holes or gems. Yeah, I mean, like, this has holes. This is literally the only thing left that we have. So if it's not this, then we just straight don't have it. That's crazy. Has evenly spaced. On closer inspection, I'm able to feel the energy concentrated at its tip. Okay. That's... I don't like that. One. And also... where its power concentrates. I guess in my head... I thought the power concentrates, like, would be at its center. Would be, like, at the middle of the 3 holes. That's so annoying. Okay. So this is a Valent, I guess. But now we have a map to the catacombs. Whoa. Catacombs indeed. What the hell is that? Dude, this is crazy. This is like... I feel like if I had played Strange Horticulture this concentrated, I'd be done by now. This seems... And I don't feel even close to being done. So this... I feel like this is way bigger. What happened to my other map? What? Did I put it in here? No. Kind of odd. Oh, it's... JK. Okay. Closest to the sun, but furthest from the sunrise. We still have that whole thing going on. So it's west. And it's a tower. I mean, we've already been to this tower. Is the thing. So unless it's the tower... That's one of Gleason's towers. Yeah... The most western would be this one. Okay. Well, it's not that one. I somehow get that wrong, because it would be the most west. And this is more west than that is. Oh, the map isn't aligned with the compass. Oh, north is that way. Okay, so west is to the right. Oh my god. Good catch. Good catch. I did not see that. Okay. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one, but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. Love it. By a Dernic seal, object made from silver, a Dernic field. Okay, sure. This is a Dernic field pattern. These fields are not fully understood, so I attempt to study them. All thermic objects produce a field of sorts. Naked eye, they can be observed placing an object over a thalmic lens. I don't have a thalmic lens yet. Okay. TBD. Alright, this little box, purple gems, made of bronze and wood. Engraved. The stones are hard and cool. Nothing to remark on scent or sound, and nothing to remark on perception. This little time turner. There is an unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. Okay, love that. Nothing to remark on scent and sound. It's smooth and polished. Made from wood with gold leaf. Alright. There's not like a way to open that, it appears. Fun! Fun, fun, fun. I feel like I'm going crazy here. Bonnie Robertson. I know who's behind this madness. All these people with the pitch black eyes. But nobody is listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. Corvin's might, please, and I'll be on my way. Gray's Grace. Okay. What does Gray's Grace look like? Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy, they share the design of a shadow catcher. But what does a shadow catcher look like? That, okay. Okay, so this probably. My heart feels lighter. Okay. go. Grace, grace. Spirit vault. A spirit vault, also known as a forted chamber, is a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. They are not considered dangerous, since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A faint reverberation of the receptacle could be felt when the shroud is held within. Ooh, don't insult me, thaumaturge. This isn't some depression that can be cured with your little trinkets. I will get hold of a Corbin's might. Ooh, okay. Yee, yikes. She was not happy. You know what it's called? Grace, Grace? Yeah. Well, nothing I can do about that now. Gotta get that hearing charm. We know that one's right. Alright. Well, let's try to identify something. I still don't know that we have anything made of basilisk. There's something that was supposed to have opposing symbols. Command at the same time, it cannot be stored indefinitely. Memory left long periods and be into unpleasant vapors. Empty, ominous presence. Okay. Noctic field. This. That. Bear the mark of an antidote. That doesn't tell us much. Raging hook. Gemstones of the night. Powered concealment charm. Trapped a soul along with the power. They've morphed over time into a way to keep those dear to us close to the heart after death. Lamb siphon, used to reverse the effects of the Black Heart Curse. Procedure, drawing the curse from the body over the course of several hours. Instrument is made using the dried seed pod of a sheep snap plant. I bet that thing below here is the lamb. I bet this is the lamb siphon. Lambs siphon. Because that's like a seed pod. Moonstone Guardian. For the banishment of Hob Sphere and Noctic Sight, they tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Moonstone Guardian? I'm just gonna guess. Because I feel like a cat is a guardian, so. Resonance compass. Resonance compass will point towards nearby resonant objects, and objects can be detected in this way. Those who collect occult curiosities. Attacks against insanity in all forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. These objects belong to a series of objects that were designed to slot into armor. They induce calm rage in the face of unmanageable horrors. Famously wore a shimmer on his breastplate, but it didn't save him from being slain. Shin. Condom knives are made of easy materials with connection to the ocean. They began as superstitious. Well, dometers, they believe something more. Spirit eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes. They draw their power from opposing symbols inscribed on them. I would bet that this is a spirit eye. What are these two symbols? Let's see. Because I think autonomy. Oh, there's two pluses, and then they. Okay, wait. So it's not quite that. So it is. Oh, it's phosphorus. Is I think what the other. No, but it's facing downward. Okay, it's heat, and then is that other one ice? It's not. But it's close. I mean, it's definitely... Heat is definitely that first one. And then... second one is just this triangle with two... None of those are quite right. Huh. Because it's kind of, I mean, the fire... but is the phosphorus right? I mean, that's close to phosphorus. It looks slightly different because the triangle's not on a point. I'm just gonna put this as potentially the spirit eye. And we'll see. Alright, let's end our day. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged towards the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. It's a gravestone! Boom. Alright, so we gotta find the gravestone that looks like that. Oh, I bet it's that one. Yeah. Nope. Nope. I bet. I actually think it's that one. Yep. Yep. No? It's taking a wrong turn. Damn it. I'm a little shocked that I'm wrong. Or that I was wrong. The only other one it could really be is this. But even that one doesn't quite look... honestly, it doesn't look as right as this one. I bet it probably is that one. Yeah. Alright, I squeeze through a partially collapsed passageway and emerge in a small chamber, glittering in the flickering torchlight. I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. Ooh. Two, like a sunstone and two, like, of the black. Inner perception, there's nothing off the bat. Scent and sound, nothing to remark. It's leather. The stones are hard and smooth. A brown shard of some kind. Bronze, orange gemstones, and black gemstones. Interesting. Alright, Constance Batter. My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. Oh, okay. Are you sure that I have one? Because here we go again. We have what looks like witch's fingers. And the only thing I can think of is that these are the talons. Because if those aren't the talons, then I for real am at a loss. Oh my god, Seth Theshalo, you were right. They were the talons. So annoying. Match the scarring on the cheek and the person in the sketch. Yep. Yep. There we go. Morgan's Folly. A folly symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who casts their eye upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precaution should be taken against unwittingly looking upon it, the hidden symbol, for too long. Alright. Emphasion Town. Oh, it's annoying. So now we still don't. I still don't think we have Witch's Finger. Dang. Moon Green. Ah. Oh, where's Jupiter today? I always look forward to coming to say hello to him. I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinths? One, two, three. I mean, they look like... They're definitely like dronic field patterns. Bonnie Robertson. Come back for that Corvin's Might, and I'm not taking no for an answer this time. I want a Corvin's Might. Either you give it to me, or you never see your cat again. Take it to the woods behind Colgarth. Dude, Bonnie? Where the hell is Bonnie's sister? I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the guilty ram when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Lermont before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I have been having terrible nightmares, and they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robinson, and she sent me here. Huh. Okay. Let's read this book on curses and their effects. Constricted, neurosis of the flesh, appear to be able to breathe normal, sensation of burning from the inside, poison of the mind, maybe, suffering from the curse, speak increasingly vivid. Oh yeah, speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. Noctic sight. Okay, so he has noctic sight, and we have to cure noctic sight. And to cure noctic sight, we use a Moonstone Guardian. Banishment of Hobbs, fear, and noctic sight tend to take form of a comforting guardian. Okay, so we think that this might be it. Yes. Aha. Help in this town, 1 Moonstone Guardian at a time, 1 cat statue at a time. And Oxus allows the bear to breathe underwater. The sensation is said to be the most unusual since it requires one not to breathe at all. Those that use an Oxus, Ascus, for extended periods sometimes forget to breathe once they are back on dry land and subsequently pass out. The core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. So this does that, because this has a ring. Sense of touch. That is warm. Okay. It is all warm except the jewels, which are cool. And this said the core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. Is this considered warm and cold? No. Hard and cool. Nope. The core of the object, but the ring, sometimes called the halo. What about this? Surprisingly warm, cool, and smooth. Okay, so it's this. Okay. Oscus. Me, or you never see your cat again. I'm really hoping that the sister comes in. Not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something that at Culgrove Hall that I'd rather I hadn't. In the cellar where they found those 2 poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from the rock itself. Seems like there's a sickness in Undermere. It's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. See if I can find anything in the catacombs. I realize now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. Okay. So we need a sextrum. Protects against insanity in all forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. Great. protects against forms of insanity. We need something that's mental. Of the mind. Mentic. Okay. So protection from insanity. We don't have anything that we thought was that, right? I don't think so. Let's see, what gems? Mentic, a fourth eye, stone of sight. No. Anchor between body and mind. So maybe something with a blue stone. Could be this. Could be that. Let's go ahead and try that. Nope, not that. Okay. Protects against insanity in all its forms. The mind itself are not well understood. Okay. Symbol for the mind. Symbol for the mind. Spirituality, witch sign, goddess. None of these are quite what I'm looking for. For the mind. I mean, that's insanity. So we basically want something that has that. And then... Oh, protection from insanity. Lol. That's definitely a section. Okay. Yep. Fortinance. A fortinance can enhance physical strength or restore strength that has been snapped, whether by exertion or by hex. They are made of stone or iron and usually take the form of a small totem. Okay. So that is a sextrum. You give it to me or you never see your cat again. Take it to the woods behind Colgrove. I was really hoping that her sister would come in and I would talk to her and be like, hey, your sister's gone insane. Colgrove Hall is 25. Alright. That's close enough, says a voice from the shadows. Give me the Corvin's mite and I'll return your cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone amongst the trees. I hesitate. I should give her what she wants, but then again, I am a thaumaturge. I don't always have to do what people want. Perhaps there's a better way to find where Jupiter is. I think this is the diverging hook. But honestly, it could be any of those. Gemstones and thaumaturge properties. There are 3 branches of thaumaturgy. Each of these is split. So there's celestial, Dredic, hypnotic, mentic, and Wysic. Okay. So I need one that is either Mentic or Wysick. So either that orange, one of the blues, that dark, or that purple. And then so if we assume it's this, I feel like it's this, because that pink definitely seems like it is the Salunic. And then we would need one from Diurnic or Nautic. Which Nautic has just like that black, which could be that one. And then there's that orange one. I think it's this. I think it's this. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Damn it. Okay, what is that green? What is the green item? Single gemstone for each of the 3 branches. So it's not that. So it's one of these two. And then would blue be from the 3rd if we have the orange? That orange could be Diurnic. But it could also be... Nah, it's probably Diurnic. And then that pale yellow is Wysick. Diurnic, Wysick. And then does that blue come from Druidic? Mentic. Druidic. Okay, I think I'm gonna try that one now. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. The item has a gemstone from each of the balmic branches, amber from diurnal, aquamarine from celestial, topaz from the individual. Okay. Focus my attention on the diverging, searching the woman's mind hurriedly for any real thought relating to Jupiter. It doesn't take long for her to release that something is wrong. For her to realize that something is wrong. She steps out from the shadows with an enraged look on her face and lunges at me, causing me to slice wildly with the diverging hook. Her feelings of anger flow through the hook into me and scatter. She stumbles forward, confused now, and I try again, this time latching onto a swirling image of Jupiter's face, and I cut once more. I learn instantly that Jupiter is safely stowed aboard the Merry Belle, and I back away uncertainly, feeling a complex mixture of anger and pity at the now placid woman in front of me. Oof. Okay. She's on the Merry Belle. Safe and sound on the Merry Belle. Where is the Merry Belle? I assumed that was going to be on the map. Oh, it is. I was just missing it. Okay. 23. Okay. Maribel is an old paddle steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. There's nobody aboard, or nobody that I can see at least, so I climb over the railing and start peering through grimy windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear a desperate cry coming from behind a windowless door. Try the handle, and it opens to reveal an unimpressed cat with mismatched eyes, Jupiter. He springs from his prison into my arms. I hold him tight to my chest, and he rubs my chin with the back of his head, purring with delight. No. No. Good Jupiter. Diverging. Alright, we got that. Alright. Think we might end day and do all that business, and we might be done for the day after that. I'm going for a little under 4 hours. Alright. He tried to use the diverging hook on his partner, as he had done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hands ripped at the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. It's a cross. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, I think that is where we're going to leave it for the day. Exit. Saved automatically. And we are going to be out, but I'm going to try and make this a weekly thing. Hopefully on Tuesdays. Generally somewhere Tuesday, Thursday-ish. But yeah, we will had a good time today, and we will be back probably next week, possibly sooner, for installment 3. So thanks for joining me and Mega and Pumpkin Cowboy, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.